Well, good evening, and it is a late evening. It's about 10:15 p.m. I'm wrapping up a very long work day, but I had to stop here just to admire the beautiful monuments and memorials late at night. I've worked in and around this city my entire life, and it never stops to amaze me how beautiful it is, especially at night on a clear, cold night. I also can't believe how many stars I can see. Obviously with light pollution, it's not often that we see so many stars, but the sky is so clear tonight. I know you won't be able to see them on the camera. Well, there's a few over there. Yeah, you can see a few over there. At least I can see it coming up on my phone. Quite a few stars. And a beautiful view. I'm here on Constitution Avenue. Hello, George. I'm here on Constitution Avenue. I am directly across from the White House. Obviously, this is the Washington Monument. And gonna see if we can see the Lincoln Memorial. I don't think so, but I'm gonna do a little walking. Thank you, George. I'm gonna do a little walking. The last time I attempted to do this, literally as soon as I parked my car, all the lights went out. The lights go out around here at 11 o'clock. And I didn't realize how late it was. And I parked my car and it was 11 o'clock and all the lights went out. So I'm facing the White House right now. And I'll cross the street so we can get a good look at the White House. But while I'm walking, we'll keep looking at the Washington Monument. Hi, Thanos. Hi, Cyrus. Glad you could join me. Hey, Samuel. I know, it's just a beautiful night tonight. It's so cold. It's really late. But there are people out. Ooh, and yeah, we're gonna get a really good view of the White House. Hello to India. So we're gonna get a good view of the White House as soon as I cross this street. You know what? I'm gonna cross at the crosswalk, which sometimes I don't do. But tonight, I think I'm gonna cross the crosswalk. So we'll say hi to Trump. I'll say hi to everybody. Everybody along the way. I'll say hi to. I'm sorry if I'm bouncing. It is a little cold. Definitely not as cold as it's been. I mean, it was absolutely terribly frigid for the last several days. But today it's okay. It's in the 40s. I need some hot chocolate. Yeah, I'm all for that. Oh, and the light just turned. So I am going to cross the street, and you are going to get, as soon as I get past these lights, just a beautiful view of the White House. So please indulge me while I bop across this street. Try not to get hit. Sorry if it's bouncy. But there's the White House. Let me see if I cannot cross in the mud. Now, as beautiful as our public buildings are here in Washington, D.C., we have so much construction going on. It's totally crazy. So there's a lot of mud and just a few sidewalks. I was here a few weeks ago and people were saying, you can't film the White House. Absolutely I can. And I can walk all the way up there if I want to. I probably won't because it is muddy. But this is open. We are a country of open space and open stuff. And unfortunately, from where I park. I can't walk across this mud. This is where like the national Christmas tree usually is. I have played softball right here in front of the White House on these fields, but I'm not gonna walk across. I know it looks far away. Let me see if I can zoom in. Does this work? Yeah, that works. So there's our White House right there. Absolutely. Yeah, do it. I know. It's just muddy. I'm in a suit. I work in an office. Is he home? I don't know. The flag is always flying on top of the White House, regardless of whether the president's home or not. You know, unlike in the UK, when your monarch is in the house, the royal standard is in front of the, it is on top of the palace. Time to get dirty. No. Look how muddy that is. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I have too much respect for my shoes. Next time I'll park on the other side of the White House. And I'll be able to walk up. You see where there's cars are going up there? Regular people can't drive up there. Those are obviously staffers. But you can walk up there. Perfectly fine. Do they guard the White House? Yes. There are guards everywhere, especially on the roof. They're looking at you all the time here. And so there's other people with me taking a great photo. Yes, you can see they're walking across the mud. I just thought it was a little too dirty. Hi. I just didn't want to get my shoes dirty. I know. All right. Are you telling me to do it? You're telling me to do it. Okay. All right. I'm going to walk a little bit. I'll walk a little bit. If I get too dirty, I blame chat. I always blame chat. Oh, this is squishy. Oh, man. Okay, this is as far as I'm going. I'm not going to get stuck in this muck. But yeah. I know they blame you. You know, in the other chats I'm in, it's usually, you know, they blame me. Now, this other building here, this very regal building here, that's the old executive office building. And it is what it says on the tin. It's an old executive office building right next to the White House, where a lot of the business of the White House gets done. It's where the office of the vice president is over there too. So yeah. So nighttime is a great time to be out here. But there is so much construction going on all over the city. All the people taking pictures. Let me get out of their way so they can get good pictures. Okay, anybody want to tell me where they're from? Out of town? Local?
Michigan.
Boston, Michigan. Awesome. South Dakota, welcome. Welcome. I've worked here all my life around here, and I never miss a really clear, beautiful night to come walk around. So, welcome. And my shoes are so muddy right now. I blame chat. I blame chat. So directly across from this view of the White House, by the way, the south view of the White House is technically the back door of the White House. Yeah, the plane that crashed in the Potomac. Oh yeah. I was like a little kid, but I do remember that. 14th Street Bridge. So this is the back of the White House. The south lawn is the back door of the White House. The front of the White House is not circular. It is more angled. And that's what faces Pennsylvania Avenue. So the front door is on Pennsylvania Avenue. And the back door faces the south lawn and then Constitution Avenue, which is the street I crossed. Directly across from the Washington Monument. And if you can see, we'll walk over there. If you can see between the streetlights there, that's the top of the Jefferson Memorial. And I was there a few days ago. So if you didn't see my live stream in the ice to the Jefferson Memorial, please check out my channel. I would really appreciate a like and a couple of views on my channel. I'm not a real YouTuber. I just make videos to try to record historic places. I get to work here in a beautiful city, and I also travel quite a bit. So I do try to record the places that I visit. And I just started. Oh, really? You're kidding. A plane crashed three minutes ago. Like just now in the Potomac? Yeah, I am a YouTuber and a historian. Now you're making me wonder because, I don't know if you're spoofing me, but parking here, there were quite a few sirens going by. A plane collided with a helicopter. Well, here, like in Washington? Oh my gosh. Okay, well, definitely have to. I was listening to the radio on the way here. I didn't hear anything. Literally must have just happened. Small passenger plane. Anniversary card from the Queen. Ooh. Is that for 50th anniversary or 25th? I know you get them when you turn 100, but I know it's not possible that any of you are 100. Oh, wow. Right near Reagan International. I am literally, so where I'm pointing, and it's certainly, you wouldn't see it, but Reagan National is in this direction. So it's on the other side. I can't. It's on the other side of the Lincoln Memorial, south of there. So if that's true, really sad to hear that. There were quite a few police cars and ambulances and other first responders heading that way when I was coming this way. Maybe I'll ask someone. Did anyone hear that there was just a plane crash at Reagan National?
It was right outside the airport.
A plane? Was it a large plane or just a small plane?
I'm not sure
Oh my gosh. Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Yeah, so people here are already talking about it. Wow. So that must have been the first responders that I saw when I was driving down here. Well, gosh, we'll hope that, we'll just hope for the best for everyone involved in that. No, I definitely wouldn't take you over there. I'm a historian, but I try not to be a, as they say, a disaster tourist. So, wow, really hard to hear that. Really sad to hear that. I'm going to cross over here while I have 23 seconds to do so. Get on the other side of the street before they have to call first responders for me. These streets are not great. This is not just me bumping around, but you can see these sidewalks. Need to work on that. Now I am going to try to get. I'll try to get a view of the. I'll try to get a view of the Lincoln Memorial before I pack up this stream. And I want to thank everybody for joining me. And we certainly wish the best for the family and the passengers and anyone impacted by the plane crash that just happened not too far from here. Yeah, this is our Washington Monument. You can't really tell at night. Construction was stopped about 1/3 of the way up several years before the Civil War, not because of the Civil War. I think some folks think that construction stopped because of the Civil War. That's not true. Construction stopped because the money ran out. And it's hard to see at night, but about 1/3 of the way up, the stone changes color because construction stopped for many years, and then the Civil War happened. And then construction picked up again after the Civil War. And although it's the same general type of stone, it was from a different quarry. And so while the stone looked the same while it was being constructed, as it aged over the years, it aged differently. So They do wash, okay, I'm not going to say they pressure wash it. I'm sure they use all good historic preservation techniques. They did a full restoration and cleaning. I'm going to probably say the wrong thing, like for the 150th of the memorial. I just remember working here when they did the restoration. And then a few years later, we had the earthquake. And the monument was significantly damaged during the earthquake of, what was that, 2011 or something. So then it was, had to be fixed again. But yeah, they do clean it periodically. And some people say they don't like the fact that it's different colors. I think that certainly lends to the character. Yeah, that earthquake was weird because we don't have them here. And so I was in a meeting and everybody thought like we were getting new furniture delivered, and everybody thought that a big piece of furniture like fell in the elevator or down the steps or whatever. Lo and behold, it was an earthquake, which we don't normally have here. I'm going to go a little bit. You can hear sirens now. You can hear quite a few sirens. So yeah, the plane crash would be where my camera is aiming right now. Obviously, I am miles from it. I'm probably, ballpark, I'm going to say I'm 3 miles north of it. Maryland, Delaware, Virginia has the epicenter. Yeah, it was called, it was called Rock, like something Spring Rock, Virginia, Rockbridge, Virginia. It was near Roanoke, Virginia was the epicenter of that earthquake, which is, again, really rare for this area. And you can just see straight here, that little dome, that's the Jefferson Memorial across the tidal basin. And if I can get exactly in the right place, we'll be able to see the Lincoln Memorial too. What state is that pencil at? This is Washington, D.C. This is the Washington Monument in Washington, D.C. And as soon as I get in a better place where I won't fall down, I was afraid I'm going to fall down on a stream. You'll see like the camera go flying, and then I'll go flying. And you just get up here, and then I can turn around, and then you'll be able to see, I hope you'll be able to see the Lincoln Memorial from up here. I'm climbing up here. Am I wearing roller skates? No, but let me tell you, there are still people today who roller skate to work and rollerblade to work in Washington, D.C. I kid you not. I always thought that was a thing in the 80s, way before my time. But there are still people down here rollerblading. Darn. I cannot get a good view of the Lincoln Memorial. So, unfortunately, it's going to be... Oh, you know what? Let's go and see the Capitol building. We can go see the Capitol from this side. All right. And you can see all the flags here. This is a pretty good view. Yeah, it's beautiful. I'm so lucky I get to do this once in a while. Like I said, it's been really cold the last few weeks. So I haven't been able to get out on clear nights, but it's about 46 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah, American Airlines jet with 60 passengers and 4 crew collided with a Black Hawk. Oh, goodness. Yeah. So sorry to hear that. So that would have happened where my camera is pointing, like that way, about, I'm going to guess, about 2.5 miles that way. So sorry to hear that. Now you can just see through the trees. And the problem being with the illumination on this amazing memorial, the lights are going to be beaming right into my phone. But if you can see over that bank of lights over there, that is the U.S. Capitol. It's mayhem. It's on another live stream. Wow. Wow. So sorry to hear that. Yeah, we're not going to be able to see the Capitol either. I'm just going to stick to this beautiful view here. Do I have a laser pen? Never. Absolutely not. Wouldn't even joke around about that. I'll just zoom in on these beautiful flags here. Hey, Daily Dysfunction. How are you? So I'm hanging out on a beautiful evening, beautiful clear night in Washington, D.C. I stopped by here after work, and just as I stopped by here, people were talking about a plane crash that literally happened just a few minutes ago, just south of here. And as I was driving here, all the first responders came past. I just thought it was some kind of a traffic accident or something. But yeah, lots of sirens in the distance, lots of first responders heading everywhere. So just wishing the best for everyone. My 2 top followers. Yeah, Daily Dysfunction is one of my top followers. Yeah, we're not doing any laser pointers anywhere around any airports or the White House, for sure. We'll take a little walk over here. I know it's hard to see. I mean, obviously, it's easy to see the Washington Monument from here. I'm right at the base of it. But Daily, I went up to the White House and, oh, where's the flight from, Samuel? I walked up to the White House. I met some people from South Dakota and Michigan. And you can kind of just see it through the trees. Let me see if I'll zoom in. It'll be fuzzy. But there's the White House up there. It's really fuzzy. Wichita. Wow. I do want to see, so the World War II memorial is right here. It's not as well illuminated at night as other monuments and memorials. And one of the other reasons I stopped by tonight is that the last time I did this, it was like 5 minutes before 11 p.m. and all the lights go out at 11 p.m. So I completely missed all the good shots. But today, I've still got a few more minutes to get some good shots. So the World War II memorial is directly across the street over here. And I'm not going to walk down there because it's... Oh, we will be able to see the Lincoln Memorial. Okay, I'm coming over this way so we can get... Oh, look. And there's the Jefferson. Okay, I just needed to come to this side of the memorial to get a better view. So you know what I'm going to say. I encourage everyone who comes to Washington, D.C. to enjoy all the monuments and memorials during the day, but come back out at night. It's a completely different city at night. And yet daily, it is peaceful. There are people around, so you're not completely isolated. It's well lit. There's security everywhere. And it's just absolutely beautiful. So, and I apologize for bouncing. I'm walking really fast to try to get to this view. But that is the Lincoln Memorial. So the way it goes, Hi, Zach. I was looking for an extended vehicle warranty. Oh, mercy. No. Although everyone calls me Zach. Is that you calling me all day long? So the Lincoln Memorial is here at the west end of the mall, the National Mall, not Mall, the mall, which is the green space in Washington, D.C. So that's the Lincoln Memorial. In front of that is a reflecting pool. And then coming closer to me is the World War II Memorial, which is really hard to see. And then where I am, to turn around, is the Washington Monument. And then beyond the Washington Monument, continuing east. Did I say that was the west end? Sorry, I might have said east. Let's start again. This is the west end of the National Mall. I may have said east. The Lincoln Memorial is right on the Potomac River. So just on the other side of the Lincoln Memorial is the Potomac River, then the reflecting pool, the World War II Memorial, then where I'm standing to the Washington Monument, and then continuing east is the United States Capitol. And on either side of the mall are all of the wonderful Smithsonian museums that are almost always open. I think they're only closed like maybe one day a year. They're open on most holidays. And they're free. So when you come here, make sure you plan to hit all the freebies. Visit every monument and every memorial. Visit all the museums. Don't miss the Natural History Museum, the American History Museum, the Air and Space Museum, the National Gallery, the National Portrait Gallery, which is a few blocks north of here, near Chinatown, the National Postal Museum. I could keep going on, but I won't. Make sure you visit all the museums. And then please make time to visit Washington at night. And the reason why is the reason you're seeing right now. It is absolutely beautiful. I never pass up a clear night. Where's the UAPS? UAPS. What's UAPS? UAPS. Spell it out. I don't know what that is. United something something. You could have walked us to the plane crash by now. Gretchen, I probably could have walked you to the plane crash by now, but I'm not going to do that today. And those are, I mentioned all the construction. So those are the construction cranes over there. I mentioned on an earlier stream about, UFOs. No. I mentioned on a stream on Saturday that historically, no building can be taller than the Washington Monument. That's not true. No building in DC can be taller than the Postal Tower, which you can kind of see in this shot, kind of right in the center here. Someone mentioned to me on the Saturday stream that it was quiet for a busy day, and DC is quiet. Unless people are honking their horns, DC is quiet because the buildings are not tall. So you don't get that tunnel effect with the noise, and you don't get that tunnel effect with wind or anything like that, like you would in New York or Chicago. Even Baltimore has taller buildings. Across the river, which you can kind of see past the construction cranes, is Rosslyn, Virginia. Those buildings are taller. And there, once I get past the glare of these huge lights, you'll see the White House again. And then I'm going to end this unplanned stream during an unfortunate historic event here with the plane crash that I'm hearing about. I'm going to head back to my car. Oh, and someone was asking, hey, Blix. Hey, Blix, how are you? You caught me in DC again in the middle of the night. But it's not, last time I was streaming at night was when I was waiting in line to pay my respects to President Carter. And I think I streamed about 12:15 and it was 19 degrees Fahrenheit. I got into the rotunda at 3 a.m., paid my respects, and got home at 4:45 a.m. So it was a 5-hour wait in the very cold, but very worth it. Where's Barron Trump's tree fort? Barron Trump is taller than the trees. I don't think a tree fort would work for him. I mean, he would just literally just step into a tree fort. But I have played softball on the White House lawn, which was kind of cool. We won. We were a good team. I missed that team. Played for some lousy teams in my life, but that was a good one. Alrighty, well, I want to thank everyone for joining me. I didn't plan to do this. My husband's going to kill me when I get home so late. But I will tell him, as I always do, that it was a beautiful night in DC. And I wanted to enjoy the monuments and the memorials and the peace and quiet. And even the stars, which, even though it's hard to see, you can see a few. It is such a clear night tonight. Ooh, one away from 400? What? One away from 400 what? Oh, me? Oh, heavens. Geez, daily dysfunction. I had no idea. I'm not a real YouTuber, though. So thanks, everyone. I hope everyone has a very wonderful and safe night. Have a great week. Thanks for dropping by. Visit DC, and if you're here, please visit at night. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.